Alright friends, welcome back. So I was going to try to take the night off from doing decodes, but when the day is so much full of obvious rituals and all these clues, I couldn't help myself. So I'm going to show you guys in this video, if you're new to Gematria, it's just taking the alphabetic orders and the letters and giving them each numerical value, just like all these secret societies that code our news every day do. And I'm going to show you exactly how they did it today, and how the number 118, just like today is January 18th, which is written 118, is all about death, okay? So the two main stories today I want to really touch on that are connected to the 118 is that it was reported today that the world's oldest person, a French nun, dies at 118. So it's reported on 118 that a French nun, the oldest in the world, dies at 118. Okay? Now, she died supposedly yesterday sometime, but they reported it today. So she didn't actually die on the 18th, but that's because it would be too obvious if they did that. But they had to report her death at 118 on 118. Okay? And at the same time today, Microsoft was laying off or killing jobs of about 10,000 employees, as you guys can see down here at the bottom. So you got the 118 date, and you got the 118-year-old death, and then you have Microsoft laying off 10,000 workers. So I'm going to show you how the 118 is all over this. First of all, the very first thing you see in the article, that's not her actual name, but they call her French nun Sister Andre, which is a weird name. And notice that French nun Sister Andre equals 118, and she died at 118, and the news is being reported on 118. I also told you that in the same day, Microsoft Corporation, which equals 118, was laying off 10,000 employees. Okay? So just what an obvious ritual. And not only that, guys, but let's look at this. So the same day that Microsoft is laying off 10,000 employees, and the same day that they're reporting the death of a 118-year-old, death in Latin Gematria or Jewish Gematria equals 118. Okay? And the 118-year-old died. Her title, French nun Sister Andre, which they use in the article, equals 118. Microsoft Corporation lays off their workers the same day, equals 118 in reduction. Now look at what Microsoft equals. If you just take out the corporation in the ordinal cipher, the base ordinal cipher, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, all the way to Z is 26, Microsoft equals 118. So Microsoft has a 2 connections to the 118, both if you spell out the whole company name, Microsoft Corporation, and just Microsoft. And I want you to notice that what French nun Sister Andre equals in the ordinal gematria, what Microsoft equals. It equals 235. And look what the Microsoft price closed at on 118. It closed at 235, like French nun Sister Andre equals 235, and Microsoft closed at 235 on 118. French nun Sister Andre equals 118, Microsoft Corporation. It's just crazy. I mean, what's the chances that their stock closes the day 118 at 235? On the same day this nun dies, and her name equals 235 and 118, just like Microsoft. I mean, it's laughable. Now, if you guys have been watching my videos, I've been predicting that Biden will not complete his term in office, and Kamala Harris will take over. Okay? And I reported that something might happen to Biden on November 17th last year. But what ended up happening was the new Congress, which is the 118th Congress. Do you guys recognize that number, right? 118 again. So we just started the 118th Congress on January 3rd. And they announced that they were going to go after Biden via Hunter. Do you guys understand the symbolism of words here? The 118th Congress, remember, death equals 118. So the 118, death, is going to go after Joe Biden via a hunter. Do you get it? His son's name is Hunter, and they were meaning that Hunter Biden in the document scandal, but do you see the symbolism, guys? The 118 death equals 118, is going to go after Joe Biden via a hunter. Okay? What does that sound like? Now, if that wasn't enough, yesterday on the 17th, when Sister Andre died, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris welcomed the Golden State Warriors, who won the NBA title last year, to the White House. Okay? And they gave Biden the 46 jersey because he's number 46. Okay? Remember, his son died at age 46. Joe Biden is hugely connected to the number 46. But why did they give Harris the number 1? Well, that's because Kamala Harris would be the first female president, number 1. Also, 46 plus 1 is 47, and Kamala Harris would be the 47th president, but she would be the first female president. Now, if that wasn't enough, notice that it says here in the article, one day after the Warriors beat the Washington Wizards, the team from D.C., guys, 127 to 118 again. Okay? Now remember, death equals 118. I just talked about all the 118s. So the same day they're getting their jerseys, the Warriors defeated the Wizards, and the Wizards from Washington, where Biden and Harris are at, they scored 118 points. Also notice that Warriors is 127, like that word down there at the bottom I'm not going to say. You see what I mean, guys? What are the chances that the Warriors just won 127 to 118? Death equals 118. I just talked about all these other deaths. The 118-year-old dies this same day, guys. And it's just crazy. Now, I just told you that Kamala Harris would be the first female president. That's why she got number 1. Guess what that equals? 118. The first Catholic president that was, you know what? He was done away with in what city again? Oh yeah, that was Dallas, Texas. What's that equal? 118. And that woman that died at 118, what did she die of? Presumably she died of old age. Equals 118. Now, that's not it, guys. There was another death in the news. He apparently died on the 17th again, but his death was again reported on the 18th because 118 is death. He died at 38, and guess what death equals? It equals 38. Okay, so he's reported dead on 118. Death equals 118 in Jewish gematria. He dies at 38, and death equals 38 in ordinal gematria. Okay? If that wasn't enough, his initials are JB, like Joe Biden, JB. But if that wasn't enough, Joe Biden is from, well, he's not from Delaware, but he was in the Senate for Delaware from 1973 to 2009. Okay? And this guy who died around the same time, guess what, guys? Numerous reports have reported that Pew, which is the name of this Briscoe guy, Jay Briscoe was his wrestling name. His real name was Pew. And he was reported that he died in a car accident in Delaware. And you guys remember, if you guys have been following my videos, Joe Biden fell off a bike while cycling in Delaware on June 18th. And now we're on January 18th. Okay? So what are the chances, again, that this JB wrestler, Jay Briscoe, dies in Delaware where Joe Biden fell off his bike? Okay? And notice that Biden-Harris, which was the campaign thing that they went with, is a direct match to his wrestling name, Jay Briscoe, 107. And just look at this, guys. He died on Laurel Road. He died on Laurel Road, and his name was Jay Briscoe. Laurel Road and Jay Briscoe equal 107, 44, 163, and 64. All of those are kill numbers, by the way. In Gematria, kill equals 44 and 64. And 163 is the 38th prime. I just told you that he died at 38, and his death equals 38. So again, guys, it's so scripted, all right? And if that wasn't enough, just to end it, from the time that Joe Biden fell off his bike in Delaware to the crash for Joe Briscoe, okay, to today when the news was reported, from June 18th when Biden fell to today is 215 days, and Joseph Robinette Biden equals 215. So I just that you guys see now why I couldn't hold myself back. So anyways, guys, take care out there. I'll be back sometime soon, with another obvious ritual. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care. God bless.